Hi everyone, Master Shar here. So I recently started or restarted my free-to-play account. It is called M MS FTP. It's a pure free-to-play account. No fade pass, nothing. Farm orbs like everybody else. Uh, Play fade with the free-to-play experience in mind. And I did it mostly for two reasons. One was because I feel like I cleared almost 99% of the content on my main whale account. All the game modes. I have almost all the units that one could use for just beating every situation possible and every opponent that you can. Um, and it's also a way to understand the pain of being free to play, which is pretty interesting, as well as difficult to say the least. Free to play means you save orbs like it's your last orb that you're gonna get. You can't just you can't just randomly summon every single banner or certain banners that you want, and it can be quite a painful experience at times. Free to play is a majority of the population because most people are not at the point of their lives where they could start making money, save up enough discretionary income, and they have other uses for their money besides mobile games. Um, uh, I also don't highly recommend people whaling as well because even though you get the arena crowns, the golden thrones, and uh, and faster access to a lot of content, you know, it's okay if it takes you longer, to say the least. I mean, whales are always going to be whales. I mean, you're always going to see people up in the leaderboards. They're always going to be there. They're always going to put stupidly hard, impossible teams, nearly impossible teams for you to face. And it's never fun going up against one. Uh, but in this account, I feel like I've been pretty much most, if not all of them, at least once or twice or somewhere in all the competitive game modes. So I'm pretty happy at where I am. Um, it'll be interesting managing both accounts for the time being. But I would say my intention for my MS FTP account, F2 Play account, is to understand the free to play experience starting as of uh, 2 days ago. And one thing I would recommend all free to plays or almost pure free to play players to go after is finish the hero's path as soon as you can. I think the hardest requirement there is clearing an abyssal, but if you wait for the right abyssal, it's actually pretty doable even with the units that you're given. Um, the second thing I would highly recommend is you're only you're only going to have 30 or so orbs at the start for the start player, and each summoning circle costs 20 orbs. First summon costs 5, and each summon costs an average of 4 orbs. Use orbs wisely. Um, Whenever there's a first summon, the first summon is always free. I would say capitalize on those free summons and skip as many banners as you can. Um, Certain banners you can pull for great value, such as legendary mythic banners, which are coming up later this month, um, as well as the regular banners that come out from time to time with the forging bond tickets. But by and large, what I found from being free to play is that you start out with nothing. So when you start out, no dueling swords, no stamina potions, no feathers, nothing. Just a few 3 to 4 star units. It's quite a challenge starting out an account from scratch free to play, no matter where you are, whether you're a day one player or a day, however many 1,000 some day player like myself these days. And I would say Hero's Path is probably the biggest priority. Get Reinhardt, get the free Reinhardt, get the free Ninian, get the free Erica, and get the free bike as soon as you can. And and use them to clear as much content as you can. Uh, I would also say the Hero Fest from last year, which features the Barn, Nyla, uh, Surtur, and Valentiki present amazing value. All four are great units in their own respective areas, all very popular, hated, reviled, and whatnot. And I was able to pull two Nylas and 80 orbs there, so I'm pretty happy. I merged the Nylas up. I don't have any plans to give a second no C user yet because with the way that I'm playing that account and with the fact that at a free to play account you only have 300 spots, those spots are precious, and every barrack space counts a lot more. Fodder as well as inheritance, skill inheritance decisions, as well as sending units home, they carry much more weight being free to play than being on the whale account for sure. And being able to make those decisions wisely with a calm, clear mind, and also be able to take the experience, knowing which units are good and knowing which units are have their value over the test of time, end up is pretty valuable both ways, I would say. Um, I'm not suggesting all the current whale players get a free to play account and go through this experience, or free to play just jump and become a whale. But I'm one of the rare people who can actually relate to both experiences because I have both accounts set up much differently, and I play both game modes as much as I could to get the most enjoyment. And that's just what games are for, you know. Uh, Even though sometimes they're competitive, sometimes you have certain things you want to achieve, and sometimes sometimes there are units you want to get. By and large, I would say one of the biggest reasons why I started my free to play account was because I accomplished what I set out to do on this account, which is complete my catalog and build up such a crazy array of nearly unstoppable units that can carry me far regardless of the game mode, as well as be relevant, probably even years from now, depending on if the game is still active. And Faye's been just an amazing game in general, I would say. Started out about the same as most of the other mobile games, not very interesting. Feels a little strange at times. Also missed a few things here and there, but my goodness, in the last few years, they really made a lot of quality of life improvements. They really made a lot of things much better. Um, they improved so many things. They also improved the new free to play experience a lot compared to the first time that I started my free to play account. And all in all, I'm just pretty happy at where I am with Faye in general. Another reason why is because uh, one of my newer friends actually did both the free to play and the main account for years now, and he was able to juggle the two really well. I saw him hit Ether raids tier 27 on both with the exact same score, which is exceptionally hard to do. And I thought to myself, yeah, I need a brand new challenge. I need to find a different way of playing this game. I need to play this game in a different way, and also be open to new experiences. And that's why I started my free to play account. Now, um, so yeah, as free to play, definitely use all the guides out there to the max advantage, whether it's considering Sacred Seal Forge. I would recommend free to play players go after Death Blow 3, uh, Quick Riposte, and for C skill, go after um, go after Drive Attack 2 as soon as you can. Those three seals. For weapon refines, really up to you. But I would suggest going after refines of units who aren't 5-star locked, um, and are those that you can easily use feathers from 3 to 5 star to unlock their potential. That's who I recommend for these weapon refining stones. But just follow the hero's path, and I would say Arena unlocks at tier 5, and then Ether Raids unlocks at tier 12. And just have fun the climbing up the hero's path. Once you're done with the hero's path, um, what I would recommend doing is just a combination of continuing building up your barracks, pulling for units until you hit about 100, 50 to 100 or something, and then start leveling up your units in special training, whether it's melee, whether it's ranged, whether it's special workout. I would say the special training helps you level way faster than the training tower. Um, and and the only thing you should be spending orbs for on a free to play account um, is just pulling for units. So uh, no need to no need to spend it on the resort pass, which is pretty expensive, 3 orbs every 7 days. No need to spend it on no need to spend on castles, which cost probably I think between 30 to 40 orbs to upgrade all of them. Uh, yeah, I mean even though the Royal Castle helps with EXP gains, it's not as good as getting a really good 5-star unit these days, or a pity breaker for that matter. So yeah, there's really no need for the Royal Castle in my humble opinion. Um yeah, so I would also say when these regular new unit banners come out, get all the tickets from Forging Bonds. Obviously you can't complete Forging Bonds, but at least you can get 400 for each and get the tickets to summon some more. That'll help a long way. 4 chances at pretty good units helps a lot. Um, uh, what I also recommend doing is clear all the tactics drills, paralogs, and main stories as much as you can. For these multi-map chain challenge, multi-map battles such as chain challenge, squad assault, uh, blessed gardens, don't attempt these until you have at least around 25 different heroes, all with different blessings, and all who can work well in a team together with decent skills. I've done it before, and it took me a while when I was accumulating units on my main account, and it was a lot of fun solving different maps, and glad they're done with now. I also recommend just doing easy allegiance battles, easy arena for the first few tiers, unless you can really get your grounding going, and even do some basic arena assault at easy for the longest time. I'll only do advanced and harder once you get good units with good skills, and yeah, I would say just being free to play has its own aspects and areas to take into consideration. Um, I would say early free to play is just collecting the daily orbs, finishing story mode, getting orbs, summoning units, build up the first few units. Then once you hit 50 to 100, start narrowing down and start focusing on your core group of units. And then be very disciplined in ignoring other units unless they're your favorites in some aspects. But there are different ways to play the game, and on my main account, I've been playing based on favorites, and I obviously show favoritism to quite a lot of units, while showing my dislike for certain few that I don't even bother touching. Um, be if you play differently, if you play to optimize, just using your resources wisely, getting the most value out of just specifically well invested units, um, you know, it opens up a lot of possibilities and certainly opens up different train of thought. And that's also a reason why I chose to go free to play simultaneously, is because I want a different experience. I want to be able to understand the pains of grinding for every orb, for waiting for every battle, clearing every mode with just the bare essentials. Since I play the game for quite a while, I'll do my best not to go back to the Phoenix Master Solutions and come up with my own for clearing these, just because they're more fun and they're more entertaining. And yeah, um, yeah, and I would also say, I'll leave my friend code in the description. You can add me on the free to play account. I have about 90 some friend spots available still. And yeah, I also live stream my free to play account from time to time. And just there's some interesting things that happen there. But all in all, uh, on this account, the main account, I would say I just need to finish farming HM, finish getting a few more weapon refines, some sacred stone seals, certain grail projects, and then it's pretty much one of the most, I would say, quote unquote complete accounts out there with all the units you need and all the content you can get. And this account I've been just generous with time and orbs to build everything up to this point. Um, it is not cheap, trust me, but yeah, I think I certainly was able to learn a lot, as well as also translate my Fey game knowledge over to free to play. And having done, I would consider relatively well in the whaling realm. I'm certainly looking forward to the challenge of doing well as a free to play player. And I've been through the highs and lows of summoning and the gotcha system, so I've been through it all. I'm pretty calm and confident about my chances and luck. And I also think that being free to play will open up new doors and increase my appreciation of the game, as well as also help me overall become a better player, as well as relate better to the free to play population in general. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more fake content. And I'll be posting some free to play videos as well in due time. All the best. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for the second part of my free to play series. Have a nice day.